Thanks for checking out my System.io tutorial for beginners. Here I'm going to be showing you how to create a landing page, send people to a thank you page, capture emails, while at the same time leveraging email automation. If you want to follow along, you can click the link in the description of the pinned comment to do that. I will be going through every step by step. Alright, and just so you know, I've done well over 50 System.io tutorial videos, so you're going to be in good hands here. Where we're going to be is over on sites here. You want to hover over and simply click on sales funnels. That's where I am right now. I'm going to click on create. And let's just give it a name. For this, I'm just going to call it lead generation. Okay, so you can call it whatever you want, but in this specific example, that's what I want to call it. Our funnel domain here is going to be fine. I do want to build an audience here and everything else looks great. We're not going to be selling anything in this specific tutorial, but in case you wanted to change that, you can. Let's click on save. And as you can see, the funnel has been successfully created. Now let's actually click on the name of it. Alright, so this is going to be the part where we can pick our templates. So we only have two steps in this specific funnel. We have our squeeze page, which is where we capture leads, and once they do that, they get taken to the thank you or the download page, okay? So what I like doing here is scrolling down and clicking on 30. This is going to give us 30 templates all at once, so we can kind of just look through and browse the ones that we like the best. Now, ultimately, I'm looking for ones that are as simple as possible, usually just a headline on top and then a way for someone to enter in their email. Like even something like this, where you see there's like a headline and then there's a, let's do this, I'll preview to show you. So there's a headline right here, and then there's going to be something where they can enter their email. And even all this stuff underneath it, you don't have to use just to make your life simpler. But let's go back here. I'm going to just X out there just to kind of showcase a simple one. Once again, let's preview this one. I like this. We can even remove this. In fact, I think I'm going to use this one right here and just like remove a lot of the bottom part. I think that's fine. As simple and as basic as it is, those tend to work the best. So if you want to go through and look for other ones, feel free to, but I'm just going to use this one right here. So let's do select. And while we are on here, we have our URL path. So let's say this is going to be for something that you're giving away a free gift. So I'm going to do like something like free. As long as it's, I think it's already being used. So let's do free gift. And there we go. Perfect. So you can really change that. If you're in a specific niche, you can do like, say for me, it could be like software, it could be free gift, free cheat sheet, like build muscle, weight loss, whatever it's going to be. Okay. So now that we have that good to go, what we want to do is click on edit page. Alright, so here's going to be our editor. As you can see on the left side, these are going to be a lot of the drag and drop boxes where you say you could use something like this and you drag it in right there. So this is going to be the undo button, which is going to be quite popular, and everything else is going to pretty much be business as usual. So the cool thing about this is that we don't need a lot of the stuff on there. So say this big picture, it's kind of taking up space. I'm going to click on it right here and then do the delete button and OK. Okay, there's also going to be some other aspects here like this I don't think we need. We can just click on that and delete. And if we scroll down, there's a lot of other things pretty much underneath this that I don't want to use at all. We have some rows here, and if we click on this, you're going to see there's a big green section. That means there's a lot of it underneath it. We can actually go ahead and get rid of all of that. Seriously. So let me go back to where that was right here. Let's delete it. Once again, let's delete this. There we go, as simple as possible. There's a weird random image here. This could actually be a logo if you wanted to put it there. I'm just going to keep that there. So now we have exactly what we're looking for. This is going to be our headline. So, how to yay without boo. This is a headline formula that works very well. And since it's a headline, I do want to make it a little bit bigger. We could also make this a little bit smaller. So ideally, if you're going to be giving away something for free, this is what you do when you generate leads. Someone arrives on your page and you promise to give them something that's really going to help them overall. Here's a great example that I always talk about. I'll use a few examples in different niches. How to lose weight without living in the gym. How to lose weight without counting calories, okay? How to lose weight without going to the gym every day, okay? Something like that. How to lose weight without cutting out some of your favorite foods. A lot of random weight loss examples. Keep in mind, if you use headlines like this, you have to actually be able to pay it off. So make sure your solution in your free cheat sheet, in your free template, in your free video actually pays off what you're going to be talking about, okay? Here's another one when it comes to online marketing. how to launch your online business without losing your shirt on paid ads. That one sounds attractive to a lot of people because they understand that if they go into Google or Facebook or anything like that when it comes to ads, they don't know what they're doing and they might lose their shirt. So here's how to not do that, all right? You can use it, obviously, organic traffic. You could do JV partnerships. You can do affiliate marketing, okay? So this is just a really good headline formula when it comes to kind of giving away something that they might like. So let's fill this in. So this one I did how to launch a YouTube channel without ever filming a video. Now there's something else that should be good when it comes to your headline here. If you're going to be using this formula, you're probably going to want to put something in where if someone read that and they were interested in launching, say, a YouTube channel, they might have to go, how in the world do you do that? Okay? Because you might even be asking, well, how do you launch a YouTube channel and you're never filming a video? Okay, well, there's ways around it. You can use AI. That's just an example, right? Or you could outsource it. There's plenty of ways to do it. But the thing is, there has to be some type of curiosity in there. The more curiosity, the better. Like curiosity killed the cat, right? So in this example, you want the person to say like, okay, that sounds really attractive. I'm really curious about how they do it. Have my email, okay? Right down below. So next is going to be the next section. This is your like sub headline or a little bit more, how to launch a YouTube channel without ever filming a video, or you could say, or outsourcing a video to anyone, okay? It's a little bit more, or you could say something like, or without hiring expensive editors, okay? Something like that. And this could just be like a simple call to action. Enter your best email below to see how it is done. Okay. Then we have first name and email here. I like getting rid of the first name, honestly. A little tip for you is that the more fields you have here, the more hoops someone is going to have to jump through and the less likely that they're going to be to actually opt in. Okay. So imagine this said first name, last name, email, street name, pet name, blood type, middle name, and someone's just like, no way. Like they're just going to bounce out. So ideally, if you have the least amount of fields, which is just email, the higher the chances that you're going to get more opt-ins, okay? And there's a checkbox here. You don't necessarily have to have that. I'm just going to delete that in this example. You also notice that this is kind of crunched up a little. So what we can do is kind of change it. Let's see, like line height. There we go. You're going to notice it was a little too close, it's a little bunched up. So this is more of an aesthetics thing. So if you did want to play around with that, you can move around like the margins and the padding. So this is more about like just play around with it, see if it looks better and so on and so forth. Same thing with the margins on the top. So we can probably do this. All right, that's going to take forever if I do. Let's just do like 22. There we go. A little bit higher, a little bit better. So if you wanted to edit those around as well, like line height, that's fine. This can also be moved down this way. Okay, so if you ever wanted to move something like that, you can do that. So we have all the aspects right here. We have how to launch a YouTube channel without ever filming a video or without hiring expensive editors. And you can even put something down here like enter your best email below to see how it's done. Or you can add another little box. So let's say we wanted to add more text. An easy way of doing that is taking text. We can drag and drop it up top where that line is blue. So free cheat sheet reveals, okay, something like that. Now they know exactly what they're getting. And there's multiple ways of doing that. You can put that there, or you can put it somewhere like enter your best email below to get your free cheat sheet sent to you. Okay, so plenty of ways to doing that. I just wanted to let you know a little bit extra. So we have our email, which is fine. Now we have subscribe. I like a better call to action. If we scroll down a little bit more, you're going to see subscribe. I like click here to continue. Like it's a call to action and it also lets them know what they need to do. There's also going to be some aesthetic stuff, which I always talk about. So we have fluid here and we have full width, which is going to be much bigger. If we scroll down a little bit further, you're going to see we can change around the color. These are pretty straightforward. I do like green. Green means go. It's also a little bit more tropical with my marketing island vibe. So something like that. And at the bottom, say you wanted to change this out. This is going to be an image. If I click right here, this is going to be our image on the left. And if we click on this cloud, we can go to your images. I believe I do have mine here. So if you wanted to add a logo down at the bottom, we can certainly do that. It is way too big, which is not a problem at all. So if it's already clicked on, we have our image size. We can just drag it and make it oh so smaller. Okay, a lot of these are going to be business as usual. If you click right here, you can do your copyright for the date. You can probably keep that. This is going to be, say, your email. You would change that. If you're not using a phone number, you can just simply delete it. And at the bottom, you might also want to have something similar to say, let's delete this. like a privacy policy, terms and conditions. If you have any pages like that, if you want to know how to link to them, it's very simple. We highlight this right here. And as you can see, oops, I just undid that. So let's do this. And we want to click on this link right here. And now what we can do is type in a URL. So we want to open it in a new tab. So this would be like https this is your terms.com, whatever the link is, right? And you would open it up in a new tab and click on confirm. That's how you can actually add links so someone can click on it. And you would do the same thing with a privacy policy. If you have a support link, you can do that as well. And that's pretty much going to be straightforward when it comes to create your landing page. Like I said, it's nothing super crazy right here. I didn't focus too much on the aesthetics. Like maybe I'd change around the color or the font. Maybe I'd move it up or down a little, but as long as you know how to set up the pieces to the puzzle, you're going to be good here. Let's click on save. And perfect. Now that we are saved, what we can do is go back. So let's click on the exit page button, which is going to be right here. All right, so that's the squeeze page. Now what we want to do is go to the thank you page. Okay, so once again, I'm looking for something that's quite basic. I'm going to click on 30 right here. And all we really need to do here is say like, thank you for opting in, and we can simply give them our gift. If you ever want to add a video, you can do that as well. Even something as simple as this, where if you want to add a picture of yourself, you can do that. So I'm going to use this one. Once again, pick any one that you like, or maybe one that's maybe similar to the one that you chose previously. So there's some same synergy. So let's do select here. And once again, we could do something like thank you. This is going to be our thank you page, or thanks, or congrats, whatever it's going to be. And now that we have that, let's click on edit page. All right, so here we are on this specific page, and what I want to do is start deleting some of the menu as we don't need it. So if you hover over until you see that green, we want to click on the trash section right here. Looks fine. So this is going to be congrats. Thank you for reaching out. We have an image there. And of course, we have a little bit more down below, and even a lot more down below. So like, let's say we don't want this Instagram section. I'm going to delete that. Actually, the whole aspect right there. And let's get rid of this one as well. And there's just a few more, layers and sections here. And there we go, one more. Perfect. So the bottom is going to be business as usual if you want to change that around. So I'm going to talk about what you can put here if needed, but let's go from top to bottom. So thank you for reaching out. Thanks for opting in. This is just going to be a section where we can let them know that they can get access to their free gift and where they can download it. So give me one moment and I'm going to edit this. All right, so be sure to download your free cheat sheet down below. Put down twice, I think that sounds funny. Anyway, be sure to download your free cheat sheet below that shows you how to start spell check. If I get anything else wrong, I'm just going to roll with it just because it's an example to start your YouTube channel without ever filming a video or getting in front of a camera. So great. Now what we want to do is add a specific button. So if we scroll down on the left side under the elements, we're going to have our button right here, and we want to drag and drop it. So I'm going to drag it here, and you see how that blue highlights underneath that box? That's exactly where we want it. So there it's going to be. Let's click on it, and we go from top to bottom here. This is going to be where our specific file goes, but we're going to get to that after. Okay, so first and foremost, let's do the button text. Click here to download your free gift. Now, if you want anything else under it, like to add a little bit more to it, this is going to be the subtext. I'm just going to delete it here. Feel free to put something there if needed. And once again, aesthetics, we have our button colors. I think I used green previously, so I'm going to stick with green again, maybe a little bit darker so it pops. And some of the other things, types, background colors, you can make it bigger as well. You can make it moved on the side. I think on the side actually looks fine, so it's kind of lined up. Now here's the important part. Action when button is clicked. What we want to do is download file, and this is going to be our file here. So what we want to do is click on this, and this is going to be where you can actually go and upload your file. So I'm going to do click to upload. Okay, and I just have a random PDF there. I'm pretty sure it's blank that I'm going to add in there, and I'm going to do insert. Okay, so that file is going to be right there where they can actually download it. So that's the pretty easy part. If you ever wanted to change this picture of yourself, you know how to do that, right? So you can go right here. You can go to upload. If you already have your images, you can do that as well. I'm not going to spend any time like changing around images because once you know how to do that, it's pretty straightforward, right? If you do have any questions about that, feel free to ask. But as long as you know how to click on it, change the image and upload it, you're going to be good to go. So Now down below is kind of the cool part of this. This is going to be where you can actually go about monetizing your thank you page. So if you scroll down, and yes, this is going to be about like joining a webinar, but this is just a great example of quote unquote real estate that you can use. Now think of it this way. Someone just raised their hand and opted in to receive something from you, say in this example about YouTube. So they're clearly interested in YouTube. So what you want to do is provide any type of offer here that's going to be related to them. Many times it can be the next step. So if you're giving them a free cheat sheet in this example about how to grow their YouTube channel without, say, ever filming a video, you could say refer them, or maybe as an affiliate, to a software that allows to do that using AI. Or maybe you have a course that shows you the full step-by-step way to do that. That could be another one. Maybe it can be a webinar right here like this person is doing in this example. It could be a webinar when it comes to learning even more about it. It could be a one-on-one call where maybe you close clients that way, where you're taking clients and showing them one-on-one how they can build their YouTube channel. Whatever it is here, the idea is that you can be very flexible. Just keep one thing in mind. It needs to be related to what they opted in for. Okay, so I remember a long time ago, I think it was Alex Becker. It's like if they raise their hand and say they want hot dogs, don't give them ice cream. Yes, some people are going to want hot dogs, but you know that they want hot dogs, so give them more hot dogs. Okay, really weird example, I know. Like if they want pancakes, give them pancakes. Don't give them pizza. Give them exactly what they asked for. And that's going to be the same thing here. I have seen that a lot in the past, and even from my own wrongdoing. I used to sell a course on Facebook, and then I realized the highest converting course on my thank you page was going to be one that I was recommending that was also about Facebook. All right, it was about going viral on Facebook, and I'm like, duh. So it took me so long to realize that, but it just makes the most sense. So anything that you want to put here, you can certainly do that. This can link out to a webinar. This can link to a course. This can link to an affiliate link. It can go to pretty much anywhere you want that's going to allow you to monetize it, maybe get clients, more customers, and so on and so forth. And really, once again, this is going to be up to you that you put in the kind of copy right here. So this looks kind of bad with the red, but like, would you like more help with the process? Would you like to see how this works A through Z, complete step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you have a course that way? Would you like to speak to someone to possibly get coaching on this? Whatever it's going to be, this is going to be where you can really add more in this section. And I know it's kind of bland here. I'm just giving you so many examples that you can do. And even if you don't have a product right away, this can be an affiliate product that you promote as well. It could be someone else's webinar. If you're talking about maybe giving away an SEO cheat sheet, it says hey, do you need help with an agency helping out with your SEO services? This can link to it. You see what I mean? So the world is your marketing oyster here. Just make sure that my biggest tip, what I talked about before, whatever you're giving away for your free value here, make sure that this is going to be related. It's going to really increase your conversions. I had to learn that the hard way, not you though, okay? In the bottom, once again, this is going to be pretty straightforward. We don't need this email box in here, right? We just got someone to, sign up for this. So let's move over. There we go. Let's delete that. And I'm not going to go through and delete all this stuff. It's really up to you if you want to put things here. I would just recommend putting the same things that you did on the previous page. So it would be something like terms of service, terms of service, privacy policy, like you can have your email, but this once again is going to be pretty basic. You know how to change your text, you know how to change your links, and you know how to actually link to something. So we should be pretty good here without me going around and actually changing pictures and specific images, but pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do, right? So let's click on the save button. And we can go back now. So let's do exit page. So now we get to the fun part where we have our squeeze page and we have our thank you page. Now what we can do is that when someone actually enters their email, you collect their email and you get to send emails to them automatically. Yes, I did say automatically. So what we want to do here is go to emails right here and click on campaigns. Okay, so if you have a brand new account, what you're going to want to do is create a new campaign. And there is something I do want to address first, is that you are going to need to use your domain when it comes to using this. So I'm going to click on create. I'm just kind of letting you keep that in mind. So let's click on create here. All right, so this is going to be, I just put as a template like niche and campaign, like for your email campaign. So for me, this could be like marketing island campaign. It could be software campaign. I'm just doing that so you know what to put here. And so if you haven't set this up yet, this is going to be where your sender email address goes. It used to be that you could use like Yahoo and Gmail, but they don't allow that anymore because so many people can spam. And there's probably a lot of other reasons why it's a bad thing. So if you don't have this yet, I am going to show you. However, I'm just going to click on that right now since I have my own and click on save. So here's how you can go about getting your email in there. So what you want to do is go to settings. So I'm going to show you how to get there. I am in the settings section, so right here, under here, you're going to click on your logo or your picture, whatever is there, and click on settings, and then you're going to go to emails. So there are two things that you need to do, and I have articles for both of them, which are going to really help you out. So first thing is going to be verifying your email address. All you need to do is simply add in your address, like your specific one for your domain. And after you do that, you're going to do click here to confirm your email address. What's going to happen is it's going to send an email to that. You have to open it up, you have to click on it, and then it's going to verify. Okay, so that's very easy to do. The last thing you need to do is to authenticate your domain and display its information in your email header, which can help improve your email delivery rate. So this one might take a little bit longer just because when you do it, there's going to be a delay upon it going live. So what I'm going to do is put two articles down below, one for the confirmation, which is very easy, and one for authenticating. So I'm going to click on it right now. And so this is going to be the article like I talked about previously that walks you through. I'd go through and actually show you how it's done, but one, I've already done it before, and two, it really depends on where your domain is going to be. Like mine's on Cloudflare. If you're not using Cloudflare, you're going to have a completely different interface, and they can definitely help you with that. If you go back to the settings right here, it's also going to show you the DNS settings that you need to use. So if you click on this right here with the eyeball, it's going to tell you all the specific records that you need to use. Okay, so that's pretty much the best I can do when it comes to helping you out there, because I'm not at your computer. I'm not sure what you're using to be able to verify that. So if you do have any questions, be sure to reach out to system.io, or if you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment. But that's going to be the process when it comes to verifying your email address and of course adding your domain. Once you've done that, then you can go back to campaigns and make sure that it's live and it's good to go. Okay, so even if you wanted to come back to it, this is going to be where we are. You can always come back to this video if needed, but let's say we're going to continue on now. So we can go to this one that we created. Let's click on it. And what we want to do is click on create. All right, so this is going to be our subject line, our sender name, and it's going to automatically have our email address in there. So let's do a subject line. All right, so a subject line, one of my favorite ones to use when someone opts in is click here to download, and then whatever it is they requested or they wanted to get. Click here to download your cheat sheet, click here to view your free tutorial, click here to access your VIP training, whatever it's going to be. It's a call to action, and it's a reminder that something that they requested. Add in your sender name, your sender email address should be there, and I think Classic Editor is going to be just fine. Let's click on save. All right, so this is going to be the subject line. Preview is going to be a little bit more where they can just preview what's going to be going on in the email. And very quickly, I'm just going to go ahead and give you an example of what you can use for a first email on the follow-up. So give me one moment. All right, so here we are. This is just an example. So your free software cheat sheet just landed in your inbox, kind of like a digital treasure map for your online biz, just kind of being witty here. Inside, you'll find some of the best tools for creating, growing, and automating without needing to be a tech wizard or drop a fortune. And this is just an example for a cheat sheet. Like this is the one I use. That's why it's a little bit different. Remember, just base this upon whatever you're going to be talking about. Like in this example, it could be YouTube, but your example is going to be different, okay? Grab it before it disappears into the marketing Bermuda Triangle. Click here to download your cheat sheet. So what you can do is actually link them to the thank you page if you want, which is a very good idea. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. So let's actually go back. So what we want to do is go to sites right here. I'm just going to do sales funnels and open this up in a new tab. All right, so let's go back to our lead generation page here. We want to click on our thank you page, which is where we are. And now we want to click on this to copy the URL to our clipboard. So let's go back to our campaigns now. And what we want to do is just highlight this again. And we can go to the link button right here. And we can add this in. And we can click on this. Okay, perfect. And why do we want to send them back to our thank you page? Let's take a look at it for a sec. Okay, so this is the thank you page. Why would we want them to go back here? Well, there's a big reason. First and foremost, we did say this is going to be where you can get your cheat sheet. Remember, if you say link this to like Dropbox or Google Drive, you can always do that. I think it's going to be better to go back to the thank you page. And why is that? Because it always gives them another opportunity to go back and get more help from you. Maybe if you had a webinar here, they didn't get to watch it before, it gives them another chance. Maybe if you had an affiliate link here, they didn't get to click on or purchase, it gives them another chance, and so on and so forth when it comes to coaching calls, webinar calls. Maybe you have a product, maybe you have a coupon, a discount, whatever it's going to be, it just gives them another opportunity to go back here and take an action on monetizing your thank you page. Okay, so that's the reason why I like sending them to the thank you page where they can download it as opposed to just the PDF itself. You can do both. Maybe in your PDF you have a call to action like this where it's going to be showcased there as well. So it's really up to you, but that's going to be the reasoning why I would put that as the link. Okay, let me know what tool you're most excited about and don't be surprised, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so on and so forth. So pretty straightforward. And I am going to keep it like this. What we want to do, if you want to save and draft as a draft, you can do that. But otherwise, you can do save and publish. Okay. And this is exactly what we want. We want to activate it. So choose which email to add this one. We want day 0. This is exactly what you want because you want this email to get sent out right away, immediately after they opt in. So we don't want to wait anymore. We just want to activate it and be good with it. Okay, so the changes have been saved. We can go back to our campaign. So let's go to our niche campaign. And you're now going to see that we have this specific email right there. If we've ever wanted to add more, you can click on create, do the same thing, and you can do the next one, let's say 1 day after the previous one, then 2 days after the previous one, and so on and so forth. But given the fact that we now have our email campaign, what we want to do is combine it in our sales funnel so that when someone opts in, they actually get this. All right, so we are back where our funnel is, and in case you forgot about it, you're going to hover over sites, go to sales funnels, and specifically go to the one that you're on. So what I like doing here is go to our squeeze page. This is going to be where we want, so you can click right there and go to edit page. All right, and now here we are, and what we want to do is add the automation rules. So we want to click on our button right here. And as you're going to see, this is going to be perfect. Action when button is clicked is going to be submit form. It's going to take them to the next step, which is the thank you page. Now what we want to do is add automation rule. So it's going to be empty. Let's click on add action. From here, we want to subscribe to campaign. And if we click on this right here, it should showcase the campaign that we just created. Perfect. So let's do that. And let's simply click on save rule. Perfect. So now you can see that whenever they opt in, they're going to subscribe to that specific campaign. So let's click on save. And perfect. Now let's click exit. And if we go over to automation rules, just to double check here, you're going to see that it has it right here. So whenever they subscribe to that, they're going to get automatically added to the form, which is perfect. So we can go back to configuration, and that's pretty much going to be the final step. So let me just go right here and do view funnel steps. So I'm going to open this up. All right, so this is what's going to happen. Someone's going to land on this because they might have maybe clicked a link in your bio on social media. Maybe it was in an email. Maybe it was on Facebook, wherever it's going to be, promising like a free cheat sheet. So it says, free cheat sheet reveals how to launch a YouTube channel without ever filming a video or without hiring expensive editors. They go, wow, how is that possibly done? Enter your best email below to see how it's done. They have their super email that is random. That's just a random fake one. And they're going to click here to continue. And just like that, it gets taken to the thank you page. They go, great, thanks for opting in. This is where you can download it. And as they scroll down, if they want more help, they can click here to maybe book a spot, see a webinar, see an affiliate program, reach out to you, whatever it is going to be. All at the same time, they're going to be getting an email, plus you get the lead as well. So let's go back and I'll show you where that is. All right, so if you go to the CRM section and you go to contact, it's going to show up right here. Super email that is random. That is the one that I just put in. And that is going to conclude this System.io tutorial for beginners where I walked you through a lot of things. First, we created the landing page. We created a thank you page. We connected them, of course. We added the download to it. Then we created our automatic email I don't know why I keep saying automatic, but our email campaign where automatically adds them to your list while sending them an email at the same time. And of course, we talked about authenticating your domain, where if you do have any more questions, you can leave a comment down below or simply reach out to System. They are very quick when it comes to helping people getting up and running. So if you do really have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I will do my best to get back to you. I wanted to update this tutorial because System made some changes when it comes to their editor and I didn't want there to be any more confusion. And the last thing, of course, if you haven't gotten to check out System.io, you can click the link in the description of the pinned comment to follow along. Granted, this was using a free account, so you could really do a lot with this using this tutorial. My name is James. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you got some value out of this tutorial video. Enjoy.